So you took the PSAT. Congratulations. I commend you on your willingness to take the first step in practicing for the SAT. Now that you have your score sheet, I'm sure that you'd like to know what everything means and what you can do with it all. First, let's talk about the 4 major parts of your results.
Your results consist of your score, skills, and answers, and finally, your next steps. The 3 parts of the exam that you are tested on and receive scores for are critical reading, math, and writing. Let's look into your skills a little bit more. For each category, there are subcategories. You can see how well you did on each individual subcategory. Depending on how well you did on each skill, you may want to check out the website to get practice questions that are organized by these subcategories. That way you can ensure that you won't get stumped by them on the SAT. You can also see your individual answers as well. You should have also received your test booklets with your score report. You will also be able to look at the answers to the student-produced responses from the math section. You can also see the difficulty of the question in the difficulty column. There were easy, medium, and hard questions. After seeing where you went wrong, or right, you can go online and look up new practice questions.
So you may be asking what the point of this test was. I'll tell you. Scholarships.
Just for getting a good score on the PSAT, you can be eligible for national merit scholarships that will help you pay for college, and college isn't cheap. The juniors that take the PSAT are eligible for scholarships as long as they complete grades 9 through 12, graduate the year after receiving the scholarship, and then enroll full-time in college.
Over 1.5 million juniors in high school enter the NMSC's competition each year, but only about 9,600 students receive awards. If you're a sophomore and plan to take the PSAT again, it is important to study hard and get a competitive score on the test because it could really help you in the future.
Make sure to look at your selection index and eligibility on your score report. After receiving your score, you should log on to My College Quick Start at collegeboard.org/quickstart to search for colleges, get a personalized study plan for the SAT, take a personality test, and learn about AP classes you could excel in. To log on, just use your access code on your report. Now let's talk about My College Quick Start a little more in depth now that we've covered your score report. On the College Quick Start, there are 5 main portals. You can review your score report, check out your personalized SAT study plan, take a personality test, view your major and career matches, and look at colleges that match your interests. On your online score report, you can review PSAT questions and answer explanations, compare your own performance to the state percentiles, and finally, view your projected SAT score. Your SAT study plan is personalized to fit your needs and improve your weaknesses. There you can practice with questions that are on the SAT, and you can also take an official practice test when you feel ready. In the My Personality section of College Quick Start, you take a simple test in order to better understand your strengths, interests, and preferences. After taking the test and determining your type, you can explore majors and careers that could be a good fit for you. The Major and Career Match section lets you look at major and career profiles, read first-hand accounts from students and professionals, and finally learn about required skills and academic preparations for majors and careers that interest you. Your college matches will be based on your home state and selected major at first, but you can always customize the list by adding and dropping different schools and filling in criteria that are important to you. Over to the side of the main portals, you will find the AP Potential box. By clicking View Your Potential, you will receive a list of AP courses that are offered at your school that might interest you and that you have the potential to excel in. You can filter AP classes by their relevance to your selected major as well. Remember to talk to your guidance counselor and teachers about which AP courses will be right for you. Make sure to log into your account at collegeboard.org/quickstart to get a jump start on your future. And remember, sophomores, plan to take the PSAT again in order to take advantage of scholarship opportunities. And juniors, don't waste any time and get right to studying for the SAT exam that you should take in March, May, or June of this year. You may also want to consider taking the ACT as well. The ACT is shorter than the SAT, tests more advanced math, reading, grammar, and science, and has an optional essay. The ACT is based on your high school curriculum and is geared away from the reasoning and logic tested by the SAT. Plus, if you get an answer wrong, there's no penalty. There is valuable SAT prep available to you here at WHS, so take advantage of them. Mr. Dressler is an SAT tutor, and the WEHS program is a class, and both are geared towards students taking the May exam. There is also a free mock SAT exam on March 1st. Signups are in both maroon and gold guidance.
Hopefully you found this helpful as you embark on your journey toward college. While the PSAT, SAT, and ACT seem intimidating, you have so much at your fingertips that will help you succeed. Good luck!